Look at that. Hey guys, AJ here back with another one for you. So guys, once again, I have a long running playlist of women being ignored in the workplace because of the whole M2 thing, right? And guys, while I've been doing the research for all those videos, guys, it popped up that these women honestly think that working with other women is a good thing, right? That they're all gonna be kumbaya and strong and independent and share tampons.
I am woman, hear me roar, in numbers too big to ignore.
What happens, guys? They start working with other women. And then they realize how catty and toxic that they can be. And that's when they finally realize
You've been had. You've been took. You've been hoodwinked. Bamboozled. Led astray. Run amok.
So guys, here we have a Reddit thread called "My Female Dominated Workplace is the most toxic pit of snakes I've ever experienced. Look at that!" So guys, we'll get into this, but before we do, like, subscribe, and drop a comment. Guys, I have a second channel called 50304s. Check that out. That's linked in the description. Join my Discord. Check out the playlist at the end. And guys, hit the join button or the link in the description because I am offering memberships now. So thanks to all you guys that are already members. I really, really appreciate that. And guys, look at this. 29-year-old female, started a new job at a company where 90% of my co-workers are women. Look at that. Sounds like one of the freaking rings of Hades, right, guys? Look at that. Okay. Since I consider myself to be a fairly progressive person, at first I didn't think much of it. Even though more than a few friends and acquaintances have told me all kinds of horror stories about environments like this. So guys, her friends and family told her about working with all chicks. And guys, what do you think she said?
How dare you?
Right? Look at that. Look at that. Most of my previous jobs were in startup style companies where the gender ratio was much more balanced and most people got along and were mostly respectful towards each other. So I assume since this company advertises itself as very people-centric, quote unquote, empathetic, etc., so the fact that this place is dominated by women shouldn't matter. Boy, was I wrong. On the second week of my job, I got yelled at by my boss for not being able to memorize and follow certain company policies that are so unnecessarily overcomplicated that even my boss herself makes these mistakes on a regular basis. Look at that, guys. Right?
Just like a woman.
Look at that. I got really upset over this and thought that it is really just me and that I'm just not good enough to be an employee. However, that was just the start of it. Quote-unquote friendly faces that trash you behind your back. Each of your tiny and insignificant mistakes are momentarily reported to the higher-ups, overcomplicating the ish out of just about anything. Country managers and department heads that consider themselves as to be goddesses and thus believing that they're entitled to the peasants' worship while publicly bullying you if you choose to not follow that religion. And that's not even the half of it. Just don't get me wrong. I've worked with many amazing chicks that I'm still friends with to this day. However, I'm starting to think that there are certain companies that for some reason attract these kinds of people. I've been here for 4 months now and I'm looking for a new job as we speak. Not planning on staying for the review. Look at that, guys. So she's already saying... You guys notice how they just can never, ever take a firm stance to say that working with chicks sucks? They always got to caveat it so they don't sound bad. Well, not all women, right? Please. And guys, here's another thread. Can you see this on the right, guys? Look at this. This is from our red pill women. Working in a female-dominated profession as a young woman has really shown me that women are... Hold on. What is this? That would probably like women are bad, right? So, she says, so my advice, obviously, for you is, if you're looking to start a job at a new company, check their LinkedIn page. Because that reveals that the people that are working there are mostly female. And that the department heads are mostly women in their mid-30s to 50s. Don't take your chances and run while you still can. Now, guys, This is update number 1 because this blew up. She says, wow, I didn't expect this to blow up. This is my first time and it feels interesting. Thanks for commenting and discussing. This is obviously an uncomfortable topic, but it does need to be talked about. And guys, think about this. She's making nothing but valid points and it's uncomfortable, right? Look at that. Always worried about what other people have to say.
You stupid woman!
Now, guys, here we go. Edit number 2. Now she's getting cooked. Now she's getting cooked, guys. Now the sisterhood is coming after her, right? Because this Reddit post, it blew up. It went viral, right? And now all these chicks are coming after her.
I hope you die, bitch! I hope you die of AIDS, ho!
Okay, edit 2. So that everyone calling me an internalized misogynist, a discriminator, a man in real life, and telling me that I'm a liar because they've never experienced what I have. I'm glad that you've never been in an environment like this. Trust me, I wouldn't wish this on anyone, but that doesn't make it any less real. I like to think that the overwhelming amount of comments with various similar stories kind of proves my point. This is my experience, and all I'm trying to do is put out my built-up frustration in this subreddit. Everyone's saying that their time at an all-male-dominated workplace also sucked. Well, okay. You're welcome to go write a post about that yourself. So there you go, guys. There you go. All these chicks saw this going viral, and instead of actually saying, you know what, there's something to this, all it is
How dare you?
clown world. Look at that. Look at that. Man, oh man, oh man, oh man. This person here is saying that they were a teacher. And these schools were a delight to work in with many chicks. Now they're snake pits. So the difference is... Okay. This chick says, it's so sad that this is the case. I interviewed a 60-year-old woman once and she instantly just was on edge around me, but fine with a male colleague. Look at that. Later on, I found out a bunch of 20 to 30-year-old women she worked with stressed her out to the point of her leaving because she was slower. Wow. Guys, these chicks treat each other like trash. Look at that. Look at that, man. Look at that. Man, oh man, oh man. Someone says, oh, attributing toxic workplace to the fact that it's female dominated is sexist and stupid. Please, guys, these chicks have all been shit on by other women and they just can't admit it. They just can't. Look at this. Absolutely insane. Look at that, man. Guys, let me know. Are you surprised? You know? I'm not. Women hate each other. Hate each other. They always treat each other like trash. Alright, you guys. This is AJ. I appreciate you guys. Like, subscribe. Guys, I'm out of here. Have a good one.